Hey everybody, thanks for joining us back out here at the Range Report. And today we had to have a little bit of a change of plans. I was going to be doing a video about what I consider to be the most iconic firearm on the face of the planet. It's a little response to our friend Dan Abraham, the firearm guy. He thought that the Desert Eagle 50 AE was the most iconic. I have a little bit of a different thought on the idea, but unfortunately, by the time I got out here at the range today, I realized I forgot the ammo at the other range the other day. So we said, well, we're out here, what are we going to do? And I realized one of my carry guns is with me and I have yet to review it yet. So here it is, the Springfield XDS 9mm single stack. This one I picked up about a year and a half, almost 2 years ago. I actually won this in a raffle. I was kind of surprised that I won it because I don't win anything, but miracles do happen. But let me tell you a little bit about the XDS here. It says single stack 9mm. It's a striker fired handgun. Comes with a fiber optic red dot sight in the front and a little just white Novak style sights in the back. I put a little bit of glow in the dark paint in there just to help me out a little bit. The eyes are getting a little bit old. It does have a loaded chamber indicator on the top and a bar. It's got I think a 3.1 inch barrel. It's a compact. It's a reasonably well-made gun. I've had a lot of fun shooting this thing so far. It's relatively accurate. There are a couple of things I don't like about the gun. I'll explain to them after we take a couple of shots. But today we're going to be shooting some Federal FMJ 9mm. Now, just to remember, when you pick one of these up on a regular day, it's going to come with 2 magazines. It's going to come with an 8-round magazine, then it's going to come with the 7-round, which has got a flush base plate. The 8-round magazine's got this little extender over there, which makes the grip a little bit longer, a little bit more comfortable for larger-handed individuals, but I'll explain how that's a deficit in a couple of minutes. Again, I'll explain to you, it might actually make you think twice about owning a compact or a subcompact handgun. But in the meantime, we're going to take a couple of shots downrange. We got a band-sized silhouette about 25 feet ahead. Like I said, it's compact guns, not a distance gun. They're not a competition, not a race gun. So, you know, you're going to be a little bit up close and personal. It does have a rail on it, but this is proprietary, I think. I'm not sure. I don't run any optics on any of my guns, so I couldn't tell you, or any flashlights or anything. If I can't see it, I'm not shooting at it. But like I said, we're going to take a few shots, see how it goes. All right, with our eyes and ears on, target about 25 feet away. I'm going to load this up, going to put 8 rounds in it. Now, a lot of your semi-automatic handguns today, when you slam it home, the magazine will come back on you, but that's what you want to have happen. So, I'm going to run a couple of shots. You can see loaded chamber indicator right there. And here we go. And we've got a failure to eject, or failure to extract. So I'm going to drop that magazine. Take a look at this casing. Doesn't seem to be anything wrong with the casing. It looks like there's a little bit of primer drag on there, but load it up. See you again. Alright, so we had one failure to extract out of an 8-round magazine. Now, I don't know, it could have been just the gun's not well lubed enough, not sure. But we'll load another 8 and see what happens. My grouping, from what I can see, is about 10 inches wide. It's, like I said, I'm not that great with a small gun. I kind of like a full size myself, but we'll see. Alright, so with the exception of 2 shots in the 8 ring, I can see most of the shots are in the 9 and 10. A little bit of an erratic pattern as far as getting the shells out. I had one go down my shirt. But now with the gun empty and clear, I can show you why these magazines are a bit of a deficit as far as I'm concerned. Now I'm going to show you with my left hand. When I grab a hold of this with my left hand, my pinky is on that pinky rest, that extension. Now if I had to change magazines in a hurry, I have my magazine ready to go. When I go to eject that magazine, I've got to let almost all of my hand come off of the gun to let that magazine drop. And it's not even going to drop that well because the ball of my hand is still on the back of the magazine. So when I drop it, it's not going in. I physically have to rip that magazine out, then grab another one and put it in. Now, if I was using the flush magazine, it wouldn't pass my hand at all. It would get hung up right here. So that's kind of why I'm personally not a fan of these smaller guns, because I think they're just too small. I think in the rush to make something as small as possible, everybody got to the point of, size over function. And me personally, I like a full-size handgun. I'm not a small person. I'm 6'3", I'm 260 pounds. I can get away with hiding a full-size firearm on me with not a lot of problem. So, one of these actually gets lost on me. Half the time I don't even remember that I'm wearing it. But if I had to, like right now, I'm hitting that release with my thumb and nothing's happening. And when I do let go, there's still enough friction in here that it's still not going to drop because of the back of my hand. So for me to drop that magazine, I'm pretty much letting go of the gun, or I have to physically rip it out, grab another magazine, then put it in. You kind of want to always make sure that eyes are on your target, your grip is still, solid on the gun. Remember, the grip you grab with is the grip you fight with. So, having to futz around with the gun to get the magazine out, you're breaking your concentration. I mean, you don't want to get tunnel vision on your target either, but you sure as hell don't want to get him out of, take your attention off of him for too long because you're over here trying to mess with this. So, I mean, for me, that's the one drawback with the small gun. But we'll run a couple of more rounds through it and see what happens. I want to go off camera. I'm going to open this up. I'm going to lube it up a little bit and see if I can't rapidly get through a couple of magazines without it jamming up again. So, all right, stay tuned. We'll be back in a second. All right, as expected, my gun was a little bit dry, so I'm going to just account that one failure to extract before as being operator error as a part of me not maintaining a gun that I don't carry very much anymore. So, like I said, we got another few rounds loaded up. We're going to, take another few shots at our target. This time I'm just going to concentrate in the head area since I've pretty much, I'm not going to be able to tell what my new shots are in the center mass area, but we'll see if lubing that up made a little bit of a difference. So, goes home, put my ears back on. Just going to see if we can't put everything in the head. And I already threw the first shot. Well, there's 8. I got 2 outside of the head. The rest of them are right in there. For me, it's part of the lack of control over a small gun. It gets lost in my hand. I really don't get that good of a grip on one of them. So, I don't know. I just, I'm just a full-size gun kind of person. I mean, yeah, it does well in a pinch. Didn't bring the slide home on that one, so it's obviously a little bit of reliability issue. Alright, well there you have it. Failure to lock back on the last shot. Maybe this is why a lot of police departments don't issue Springfields to their officers. I'm not going to say it's symptomatic of the entire line, but, just not as reliable as I would have liked it to have been. You know, and one of the funny things about this firearm is that when I won this in the raffle, they asked me at the FFO what color I would like it to be, and my daughter had just gone and applied for her concealed carry license. So I asked her to go to the Springfield website and pick out what color combination that she liked. So she actually picked out the FDE with the black on it, and I said, all right, fantastic. I get the gun, I'm going to carry it for a while, I'm going to shoot it for a while. When I know that it's reliable, functions the way I want it to, and I can trust that it'll work when you need it to work, then I'll give it to you. You notice my daughter's nowhere in sight and the gun is still in my hand, so, take it for what it's worth. It's one thing if you're going to, bet your own life on a piece of equipment, but think about whether or not your significant other or one of your children is going to use that firearm, and whether or not you trust their lives with it. The Springfield XDS, I'm not gonna let my kid carry this one. Take it for what it's worth.